Here we are. It's a beautiful night. It's like 70 degrees right now in DC. It's May 20th, 2112. And I'm just hanging out at the Capitol, and I thought I'd share this moment with you guys. Had a good day. The interview went well with Jason. I was glad to hear what they said about him wasn't true. My Holy Spirit helper was telling me that he was telling the truth, but you know, I didn't have any sense that he was misrepresenting himself. Again, I have to thank Kathleen for her generosity. She's helping us make the rent this month, which is pretty cool. And I've got some advertisers I might be working with, which will help. So it's looking good for MustangMedic right now. Hope you guys are having a good night. Good. It's here. I'll put my glasses on so I can read your comments. My tripod mount I didn't bring with me. I had to borrow Don's for the live stream, so I can't put this on a tripod. I can lean it up against something, but the picture's better from this lens. There's your U.S. Capitol, Americans. Hello, Indiana. What's up, Tracy? Anything new? I saw the motorcade leaving with Jill Biden in it today, so she left the White House today. I saw another motorcade leave the White House tonight, which I think I posted. I haven't posted the motorcade with Jill Biden in it. I found out from a colleague that if the lights are on top of the black Suburban, they're family members of the government officials. So she was coming out of the White House, so we're assuming it's Jill Biden. I couldn't see inside. Tinted windows. Hey, Quantum Energy. That's the spot that they were filming. Right there is where they were filming the inauguration. Right up with that light bar. See that light bar? They were all on that roof, and there was a citizen journalist, it seemed like, videoing the mainstream media. Were all set up there. Huge green zone around the inauguration. I hear you, Jeff. I hear you. Their policies are terrible. Camilla's going to be even worse. What's up from Texas? I like Texas. It was a short trip. We're only there for like 3 or 4 days with great people. You guys are going through hell on the border right now. It's being ignored. It's terrible. So I assume it's Arizona, right? And it's Texas. I'm having I can't think of my geography right now. Who else is a border state? It's mostly Texas and Arizona, right? New Mexico's too high. I can't visualize our United States along the southern border right now. What states are on the southern border, guys? Texas, Arizona, California. California's a throwaway. We're just going to put a fence around it and let Mexico take it back. Who needs the West Coast? It's only the southern the southern part, right? I figured, we'll just take the fence. When President when President Trump gets back in, and he can just stop right there, hard stop at California, and go up and around. Let Hollywood, just share Mexico, share California with Mexico for a couple of years. And then they'll be begging for us to come back. You know what I mean? Get Newsom. Let's see how Newsom handles that, putting the wall around California. They always talk about being in their own country because they're so wealthy, you know, Silicon Valley and all. I lived there. I lived there for 25 years. It was fun. I did entertainment advertising and design movie posters. It's good money. Good money. Really good money. 1995, I was making $350 a day. Drawing pictures, coming up with ideas from scripts. It was awesome. I worked 4 days a week and I surfed 3 days a week for like the first year, and then I got married. Well, I met my future ex-wife, dated her for 2 years, and then got married. But the first year was awesome. I was just living in California, single guy, Santa Monica. It was before all the riots and all the looting and COVID and everything. Simpler times. Simpler times. Man, guess what? I am officially getting shadow banned, guys. I posted a video on Nancy Pelosi. There's 58 of you. Did any of you see that video pop up on your YouTube account? Did you get notified of the Nancy Pelosi video I did about 15 minutes ago? I was talking to my friend and he was sitting in front of his computer. I posted it and it did not pop up for him at all. So I don't know how many of the 168,000 people that are on follow this channel are getting notified. I don't think they are. I don't think they're getting notified because when Jason, this is killing me. When I used to post before I got my strike, I'd have about 20 to 30,000 views the first hour. Now I'm getting about 5,000 views every 2 days. The live streams used to be 2,500 people. Now they're 300 people. I'm grateful for all of them. And jeez, guys. When is President Trump going to start his format? This is killing me. We were getting 10,000 followers a day. The first 3 weeks, we went from 14,000 to 167,000. And then suddenly, instead of 10,000, it went to 200 or 300 a day. They just stopped us dead in our tracks. Now, see, now they're not notifying you. Are you guys, all of you that are saying no, do you have your notifications on and you didn't get notified? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Maybe your notifications aren't on. Check to see if your notifications are on your phone or your computer for the MustangMedic channel. Let me know. The shadow banning just sucks. Okay, good. All right, Donna. I want to hear that. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, good. Notifications are on, Jason, and you still didn't get it? Jason L. Oh, yes, notifications are on. Jason, what's the answer to that question? Well, I appreciate you looking for me, Brenda. Thank you. I know I see your name often. I appreciate that. They're trying to hush you, Mike. It's actually Will, but that's okay. You can call me Mike if you want to. Damn it. All right. That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, you know what? They're letting me squeak through, and the donations that are coming in are helping me make the $7,500 budget a month. I'm totally monthly here until the money runs out. So we'll see. We're going to make this month. So I've got at least another 4 weeks, and I really need President Trump to start his network. If he starts his network and I can monetize it like I can on YouTube, it would be awesome because the message will get out of unity. That's all I want. I was disappointed in Don, the lost Mohican. Yeah, Don was a little revved up today. We all have our thought processes, and we're all learning. Thanks, Barbara. I basically need $7,500 a month. I came here with $200 in my pocket for the rally. A lot of money came in the first month because of they weren't shadow banning me, so it was like really good money. It let me. Thank you, Flapjack. I appreciate that donation. Thank you, Flapjack. It's people like you. That's why I'm still here. And I said, and there have been donations coming in, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here not getting donations, but I got a monthly budget. I got some advertisers. I might be talking about some gold soon. We'll see. So there are possibilities advertising possibilities, which will compensate for the money being lost on YouTube because of the shadow banning. But let me just give you an idea. I'm down to 20% of what was coming in the first month because they didn't shadow ban us. It was wide open. They didn't know who I was at all. I wasn't on their radar, and I was completely new to politics, doing political videos. And we were rocking. And then I rebroadcasted from Right Side Broadcasting, President Trump's CPAC speech. They gave me a strike. I was down for a week. I lost a week of income from Google AdSense, which is the ads that you guys see. And it's never come back. I mean, it's come back, don't get me wrong. It's trending up. And I think I lost a lot of followers when I did that funny UFO video, but a lot of people got offended. So I lost about 3,000 followers there. But we're back. Those 3,000 have been regained. And I think we're at 168 now. So that's good news. The trends are good. I think I did a post in the community page so you can see the bumpy ride. It is doing these kind of videos. I mean, if I can catch troops or helicopters or anything like that's really radical in DC, it's always good. 50,000 views. Breaking news stories like spotting those troops, 30,000 views in one day. But, do a dedication to our veterans or honor our police, 2,000 views. They're not, unfortunately, Arlington, people just don't want to see that. They want to see action, which is okay. It's got its ups and downs, and I'm not complaining. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. And as you can see, I'm very transparent of what I do with MustangMedic. And I went through you can Google MustangMedic finances, and I did a live stream explaining what I spend money on, insurance, car payment, $3,800 a month for the place that my daughters and I are living in. We're 5 minutes away from this Capitol. I'm literally 5 minutes away. If I turn his phone off and scoot, I'll be there. And I really believe that God told me to stay in that area where I first stayed at a hotel. He said, stay in this city. I'm like, all right, God, I'm trusting you. And at the time, it wasn't a big deal because there was so much money coming in January, February. I was projecting, good money for the year. I mean, like, it could have been really big money. And then they shadow banned us. You know what? I'm talking to my phone because this is spontaneous. I do have a microphone. I actually ordered a new mic setup for $300. I was going to use it for the interview with Jason, which we could have because the Palestinian protest was pretty noisy, but it didn't come in time. So I'm getting equipment slowly but surely. I'm trying to, I'm very responsible with the donations. If the money comes in, I spend it on being here. Yes, my girls, I take them out. Yes, I play paintball sometimes, but I focus my money on getting better and better at doing MustangMedic with the equipment. This phone is because of your donations and of course because of the views on YouTube. I'm sitting next to an electric scooter, a Segway, which has 42-mile range, 30 miles an hour, not restricted anywhere because it's not tied in with a rental. That was donated by Don, which is awesome. So, I get by with a little help from my friends. And straight up, if I can continue this lifestyle of doing videos, being able to be free to go where God leads me, I'm not looking to become rich out of this. I just want to be able to have the freedom to go somewhere like to Florida and create unity. God has put on my heart unity, and he's put on my heart expose the liars. And that's not just the mainstream media. They're all obviously lying, but it's also these YouTubers that are deceiving anons, of the Q information, anon people. I don't like them getting deceived, and it makes me mad. And then I see people that are on channels with certain people, I'm not going to mention their names, and they're like, oh, they just don't know what's going on, and they're so arrogant with no evidence. It drives me nuts. Thank you. I have your content, your great heart, and through reporting, keep up the great work. Oh, wait a minute. This is from Georgie Georgia Myers. I hope I pronounced that 1, 2, 3. I love your content. You got a great heart. And through reporting, keep up the great work and be safe. If you ever need my help in my area, let me know. God bless you. Thank you so much. What is your area? I'm not sure what your area is. But I appreciate that support. I really do. And some people have been very generous. I mean, some people, have donated like $500 to asking me to find Camilla. Give me a shot of Camilla in the White House. I'm still working on that for her. But she sent that donation. She said, just try to get me a shot of Camilla at the White House. It's been challenging. She's been spotted a few places, but I have not yet gotten her on camera, nor Joe. I want to get an up close and personal one. I'd love to be able to ask some questions. I requested an interview to Joe Biden. I sent that letter. I've requested an interview with other people, and I met a congressman recently, a great guy. I'm going to see if I can sit down and do a meeting with him. I've been here 3 months. I still have not gone after my press credentials. You'd think I would do that, but I haven't. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Barbara Smith. I really appreciate it. I'm just trusting God. I'm just walking out with God. I'm just like, all right, God. And it was funny because when I committed to a 10-month lease, right, at $3,800 a month, I've never paid that kind of money. I paid $3,500 for a 9,000 square foot shop in Cathedral City. I thought that was a lot. I'd never paid $1,000 a week to live somewhere, and that's what I'm doing. And then, electric and the fuel for the car payment, the insurance, the food, keeping my girls happy, my teenagers. I got 2 teenage girls, 14 and 15, Rachel and Sarah. Pray for me, please. Pray for me. That's all I ask. I've got a crude joke about teenagers, but I'm not going to say it on video because it's kind of like, watch out. They're going to become teenagers. I always see when I see guys with their little daughters, right, that are 5 years old, I say to them, enjoy it now, because when they turn 13, they're a whole different person. I probably shouldn't do that, but nobody said that to me. It was quite a surprise. Nope, he's not done with me yet. I'm still here. I thought I was going to get killed today, maybe, but it was totally peaceful. There was no issues. But since we're getting shadow banned, Jason Kessler, he obviously shadow banned, and now that I've interviewed him, I'm sure it's not helping me. But it was a good interview. You guys should check it out. It's on the live stream today. Please download it. You can upload it to your YouTube accounts. I really would appreciate it because Jason's got a whole different persona. He's all in person, and when you talk to the man, he said black and white people are, equal. He doesn't have anything going on with that. I don't have any tilt on him, and they've got him as a neo-Nazi because he organized the Charlottesville protest about keeping the statues. And it sounds like he was pretty set up. I mean, they wanted fights. They wanted all the craziness. And where's the person, whatever happened to the person that hit the girl and killed her in the car? I haven't heard anything about that guy. You guys should look into that, about remember the guy that hit the girl? He panicked because they were all chasing him, and he went zooming forward or backward, and he hit her, killed her, and then everybody's crying out how evil Charlottesville was and everything. We got to remember, we're all different people. We cannot keep lumping them in, and we can't say these people are like this. We just can't do it because we are all unique individuals. We cannot stereotype because ultimately it always comes down to racism. And they just are trying like hell to separate us and divide us. And even this channel, Mustang Medic, with my message, I don't know how many of you know my message. My message is this. How many of you know my message? That what I always say about Mustang Medic. Give me a thumbs up if you know the message I'm about to say, what the 3 tenets of Mustang Medic are. Give me a thumbs down if you on the text. Give me a thumbs down if you don't know it. I'm interested. We got a small, intimate group of 121 people. If all of you guys would hit like on this video, I'd really appreciate it. GOE. What does that mean, Barbara? GOE. You guys, if all 127 of you would tap that like button, there you go. I'd appreciate that. So you guys have heard it. Has anyone not heard it? I'll just say it. I'll say it. Oh, you don't remember? Okay. Okay, the first thing with MustangMedic is God has led me to unify. He wants me to unify. And the main point that I make about unification is this. We're all from the same 2 DNA strands, one man, one woman. All 7.5 billion of us come from 2 DNA strands. So Adam and Eve has been proven true by science. If that's not intelligent design with all that incest that was going on in the early days, nothing is. Think about it. So to be racist is silly, because no matter how dark or how light skinned you are, or how Asian or Mexican or black or Mayan Indian, just German, Italian, Polish, whatever you are, we all come from, yes, God does win. We all come from 2 people. We're all related. Okay. Now the 3 tenets of MustangMedic are this. 1, we all can listen to each other. We need to listen to each other. 2, we can respectfully disagree and still respect each other. And 3, which I always say sounds like a Beatles song, is we can all love one another by simply uplifting someone that you see. See a stranger on the street walking by, nice shoes, or that you're definitely wearing your colors. Or I joke around and say I used to have hair, when somebody's got a big mop of hair on their head. You can just lift somebody up, and ultimately you'll feel better about yourself. And whether the person receives it or not, you're going to go home feeling good about yourself because you lifted somebody up. I think what's happened in this isolation because of COVID for the past year is that people have gotten so miserable and so isolated, and they're not talking to people, that they want to drag everybody else down with them. They're online, they're hating people for no reason at all, because they're just miserable with themselves. They're miserable with their lives. They're either dealing with some kind of weird form of jealousy, and they're doing comparisons, and it's just hate begets hate begets hate. So try uplifting somebody, and it can become a habit, and then your life's going to become better, and everybody around you is going to appreciate you and want to be around you, and you're going to build a great group of friends that are all uplifting each other. Hold the light. Thank you. Thank you for being on the ground in DC all the time, giving us live updates. It's very appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Hold the line. I like your account name. Oh, hold the line. No, it's cool. I got a challenge coin from a ICE agent from Texas, and was it hold the line or no? Hold the line, I think, is I got one from the Secret Service. They gave me a challenge coin, and I got one from the Park Police. I think hold the line is on the Secret Service challenge coin. I never knew about challenge coins. Maybe you guys don't know about them either. They carry them around. Officials carry them around DC. All the police and everything. There's like 300 police forces here. Police force is in DC in this 10-mile square radius, and they hand them to you if they appreciate you, whatever you're doing or whatever you say. And I've gotten 3. I'm so proud of them, and it's not an ego thing. I'm so impressed with the people that are willing to die for us, that put themselves out there. For them to honor me back by giving me one of those coins, they mean so much to me. And I don't hold on to objects. They're probably, those 3 coins are the most, of course my 2 children are more important, but those 3 coins are more important than any other object that I have. More important than my car, just because it came from a person that I really respect. So I think that's really cool. I'll take a picture of all 3 of them tomorrow, and I'll post it on Instagram. How many of you are on Instagram? Yes, our freedom is worth. That's an interesting way to spell freedom, but yes, our freedom is worth dying for. I'm not looking to die. I don't want to martyr myself. You know what I mean? I do know that my videos will live on past me. Lord knows I got like 8,700 of them. Most of them are working on Ford Mustangs. I've only got 3 months of content in DC. But I don't know. If I continue to get supported, I'll be 82 years old doing this. I love it. I don't have any sense that I'm supposed to be somewhere else. And do you know the feeling? Do you know the feeling when you just know you're supposed to be somewhere? You know that feeling? I've had that feeling since January 7th. knew I was supposed to be here. I shot some pretty powerful video too of Trump supporters at the rally and everything. I shot peace and harmony and love and Christians, and those videos don't get viewed for some reason. No, I probably won't be cruising the Segway. I'll be sitting in some really modern Mustang. Rachel will be, though, I'm sure. She'll be my age. Hey, I love Australia. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Europe and Australia that are watching Mustang Medic. It's pretty cool. I do have a Twitter account. It's not, I mean, the best way to get all my links is through official MustangMedic.com. If you go there, you'll see all the links for everything. There's 2 people that are imitating me and taking donations for the fake me out there on Telegram. Mustang Medics with an S. They're trying to be me just to get donations. They don't put any content up, so I can't trace them. And for some reason, I can't get Telegram to take them down. I don't know why. I got another person imitating me on eBay and stuff like that, but. And then, of course, the domain name is, they got that when I let it slip. So they're trying to extort like $3,600 out of me. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. So that's a waste of money. That's a waste of your money that you're sending me for me to get that. So I set up officialmustangmedic.com. And then, fortunately, I got the Telegram account, Mustang Medic. Mustang Medic on Facebook and pretty much everywhere else. Just my Twitter account, Mustang Medic, is mine. I just can't get access to it because I no longer have the cell phone or the domain name. Perhaps one day you can explain how I got converted. I can do that really quick. I can do that right now. Converted, that's an interesting way of saying it. I was 29 years old. I had $250,000 in the bank. I was an art director in Center City, Philadelphia. I was dating lots of women. I was not saved, so I was just out having fun. That sounds bad. You can be saved and have fun. If you know by fun meaning I was sexually I was sexually active. So I was in Philly and I was sitting there in the mirror. I realized I had enough money. I had a fancy Harley Davidson that was all chromed out. I was dating a number of women, and I thought I had everything I needed. And I realized I still wasn't happy. So I got depressed because I couldn't find meaning to life, because I just figured people just worked their butts off. They argued with their wives. Their kids made them miserable. They got their 2 weeks vacation. Hopefully it's a good vacation. Then they go back to doing the same thing all year. Repeat. And I just didn't see anything attractive about that life. So I got really depressed. My mother was like praising Jesus, thanking God for a pencil on the floor. And I'm like, Mom, Jesus did not put that pencil on the floor. I thought she was crazy. And somebody asked me, they challenged me to do this, right? And of course, I've got a lot of compassion for people who don't believe in God, because 29 years I didn't believe in God. So I understand the point of view. But they challenged me this way. They said, talk to God 3 minutes a day, anytime during the day when you're alert, and have a conversation in your bathroom, wherever, privately. Talk out loud and talk to this God that you don't know exists, and ask him to show him that he's real. Like, if you heard this, you could be like, yeah, God, I heard that this guy that wears a cowboy hat, he's in DC doing videos. I don't know if you exist, but he challenged me to do it for 3 minutes a day for 7 days. So I'm talking to you, not knowing if you're listening to me. Show me that you're real. And I did that, right? Of course, I was explaining to somebody else. And within like 2 or 3 days, and I'm not saying this happens to everybody. It doesn't. Everybody's different. Everybody's going through a different process. But after 2 or 3 days, so many things were happening. So many Christians were coming into my life talking about God. And it was like, there's no way this is by chance. And I was like, wow, you are real. And that was the beginning of the relationship with God. I was 29 years old. Don't get me wrong. It's not all been peaches and roses. I went through holy hell, finding out my wife was cheating on me. And then I had to, I got depressed. I was diagnosed bipolar 2, but I got Wellbutrin, it dialed me in. And I was just, for the first time in my life, I became present at like 52. Like present meaning not rushing forward, not talking through people, not waiting for people to stop talking so I can talk. I actually listened. So most of my life, I wasn't listening. Now, I'm like becoming the cheerleader for listening, and it really came down to a chemical imbalance in my head that needed that medication, and it was absolutely incredible. If it was good, I'll probably be taking it for the rest of my life, a very low dosage, and that's all I take. So it was the right thing, and we all have different DNA. I'm not saying that, the Wellbutrin is going to make you feel better if you're depressed. All I'm saying is there's a lot of different medications out there, and you have to experiment. It takes a long time, but when you find your right medication and you get dialed in, you're like, it's awesome. And that's where I'm at right now. So I've known Christ since I was 29. I'm 56 years old. My wife was, I guess, was a Christian, but that didn't work out. And I've got 2 girls, 14 and 15, and I've got a son who's 17 in California, who unfortunately doesn't talk to me right now because my ex-wife convinced him that I should have kept her while she was cheating on me, and I'm not willing to do that. So I'm hoping he comes back to me and realizes that I am a good man, and the lies that are being told about me are true. So I'm hoping for someday to be reunited with my son. Right now he's pretty lost. Right now I'm praying for him all the time. When I pray for my girls, I always pray for my son, and I miss him. Thanks, Jeff. Well, I appreciate your donations, guys. I wasn't expecting any donations. I was just basically sharing of this beautiful view of our capital, and I appreciate your generosity. I really do. Yeah, there's so many people. It's really sad. Divorce, the victims are the kids, man. The victims are the kids. I'm grateful to God that I got my girls. I'm just so grateful. They're driving me nuts, don't get me wrong, they're teenage girls. But I'm cherishing these times that I'm having with them. We're going to go to all the museums. I found out all the museums are free. All along the mall. Smithsonian, the National Museum of Art, free. You can just walk into them and look at this beautiful art. I think DC is like amazing. I feel like I'm walking around the world stage and videoing so much interesting stuff. The Secret Service, the Capitol Police, they're all the great people. I've had a great number of conversations with them. The Metro Police, good people. Actually, the Metro Police are a little bit more on guard than the Capitol Police or the Secret Service. I've made some friends with the Secret Service, and it's really cool. I pull up and they're like, "Hey, Will." I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." I think it's cool just because I really respect what they do. You got to think about it. These guys are walking around with guns on their hips, and if somebody's going to assault you or threaten you, they're going to risk their life to save you. I mean, we really need to value those people. And straight up, the police, 99.999% of them are good. It's a very small percentage that are bad. I hate it when we have to say, "Oh, well, there's some bad cops." It's really, most of the police officers are, look at the numbers of how many arrests they do and how few people get killed. It's really a small percentage. It really is. They didn't stage the insurrection? Who didn't stage the insurrection? So you're saying that the insurrection was just a spontaneous thing and it wasn't planned right before the certification of the vote. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, I disagree from what I know. There's actually a number of things I can't say right now. I sound like Nancy Pelosi. She's like, "I know a lot." I'm like, oh, Nancy. Nancy Pelosi's I've been focusing on her a little bit, as you know. Thanks for that. All right, well, I guess I'll cut it. It's probably time to go home. It's getting late. What is it? It's only 10 o'clock, right? You guys aren't very talkative today. I guess you just listen to me talk, huh? The Smithsonian Institute museums have that policy. They exist because of the donations of a lot of wonderful people. They are not permitted to charge for entrance. Oh, okay, great. That's interesting. Plenty of vids showing they were let and led to the Capitol. Yeah, there's plenty of them. She looks different. The incident was staged. I think the swamp set it up. Antifa beyond. Yeah, I think you're right. And there's stuff I can't talk about right now. Can you hear the wind a lot? Yeah, it's going. Is that better? I'm putting my hand over the side of the phone. EO of president. I'm not sure what that meant. I grew up in the DC suburbs. I used to think museums were everywhere free. Yeah, since I wasn't in the DC area, I was like shocked they're free. Trying to cut the wind, guys. Is that better? Go to bed and get some sleep. I don't know. I find this relaxing. Is that weird? I find talking to you guys through these videos relaxing. Thank you for that, Kathy. I really appreciate it. My children are my most... breaks my heart. Because I'm a good dad. I really am. I'm a good dad. It sounds prideful, but I know I'm a good dad. Put a mask on the mic. Yeah, my mask is on my Batman belt right now down there. Is it that bad? You've been divorced, Deborah. I've been divorced and my son went to live with his dad. It broke my heart. Yeah, ouch. Divorce is horrible. I think divorce is up there with death. I think it's death and then divorce is what is like the worst experience, human experiences. It really is heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, it's been 5 years. I haven't spoken to him in over about 6 months. Every once in a while he calls me and I wait for his phone calls and I speak to him real straight and he gets upset. So I try to do small talk with him, but then he disappears again. Man, if the water wasn't moving, this would look like a still shot. Oh, there's a bus going by. I think he was unblocked on his phone. I did do that, but he wasn't responding. ENG 1142. I hear you. I hear you, buddy. All right. I'm going to sign off. Should I turn the camera around here? I'll turn the camera around and say goodbye. Until next time, guys, know that you're appreciated.